Minority Leader accuses the TRHA of mismanaging public funds. Secretary B. Israel has responded to those claims. A three-man team appointed to investigate the fire that killed Maurice Julian and two of her children. Economist says more public engagement is needed on autonomy bills, and Scarborough market vendors complain about poor Christmas sales. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 20th December 2024. Tonight we begin with this. Minority Leader Kelvin Morris has accused the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection of mismanaging public funds. Speaking at a press conference today, Morris revealed that recently purchased ambulances are unsuitable for the intended use. He also highlighted issues with the new hospital incinerator, stating that it was built with incorrect dimensions. Additionally, Morris raised concerns about the exorbitant prices of ingredients supplied to the hospital kitchen. More details from Candice Jackson.
Minority Leader Kelvin Morris stated that the 4 ambulances recently purchased by the TRHA failed to meet the standards set by the Ministry of Health.
So it only had a back door, but usually these ambulances have to have multiple entrances. So you have to have one on the side and one to the back. So they had to now retrofit.
The ambulances arrived in the country in July, but required retrofitting in Trinidad to install additional doors. However, that's not the only issue. Morris revealed that the vehicles are too long, lack air conditioning, and are manually operated.
You have to shift gears, and you have to remember the speed at which you have to operate this vehicle. The larger the vehicle also makes it more difficult to navigate. Understand the vehicle is very flimsy. Understand it's already rusting.
According to information received by Morris, these issues are why the ambulances have not yet been commissioned.
So there are a number of challenges which the workers, the drivers, and the EMT staff have declared that they are not going to use those ambulances because they are not fit for purpose. So there again.
Meanwhile, Morris pointed out that the ambulances are not the only questionable investment in the health sector. He claimed that an incinerator purchased for the hospital has already arrived in Tobago, but is currently being stored at an undisclosed location.
And it is sitting there because the incinerator they bought, again, is not fit for purpose, not fit to size. So where it was to be installed, the dimensions just does not match.
In addition to these issues, Morris highlighted the highly inflated prices of goods used by the hospital kitchen. The purchase order obtained by the minority shows items such as Nescafe coffee, garlic, and onions sold at exorbitant prices.
So a bag of onion, which should be on average $350, let's say $500. One bag of onion is costing you at the TRHA $7,000. So you know how it have golden apple? Those are golden onions, because I am flabbergasted.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
In response to claims being bandied about, Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith B. Israel, responded to concerns regarding the TRH's ongoing projects. Regarding purchasing Palms Villas in Signal Hill, Dr. B. Israel explained that the TRH is upgrading healthcare delivery in Tobago, including plans to secure hospital property boundaries and expand the facilities to meet future healthcare demands. Talks are underway with landowners near the Scarborough General Hospital to acquire additional space for future expansion. These discussions are still in the early stages and have not been formalized. Regarding purchasing new ambulances, Dr. B. Israel clarified that the TRHA had engaged suppliers for 4 new vehicles to replace its aging fleet. 3 of the ambulances have passed all necessary inspections in Trinidad, meeting the required standards set by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Transportation. She said the TRHA is still working with the supplier to ensure the vehicles fully meet the agreed specifications before final acceptance. A three-person committee has been appointed to investigate the circumstances surrounding the death of MP Lisa Morris Julian and the two of her children. Speaking at a press conference today, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines explained that following significant public discourse and different reports of the incident from the TNT Fire Services and other government bodies, the Prime Minister deemed it necessary to conduct an investigation.
This matter is in the public domain, it's on talk radio, it has stirred public issue and concerns, and questions are being asked, and conflicting stories have emerged. And we believe that the public is entitled to know the facts, particularly since it involves this very public matter and a public person.
The committee will be chaired by former Chief Fire Officer Roosevelt Bruce, with current OSHA Chairman Kurt Cadet and Attorney Asti Mahabir from the Attorney General's Office as members. They are tasked with gathering information from responders, eyewitnesses, and public servants,
including an assessment of the complement of fire officers at these stations with the availability of firefighting equipment and resources such as water, vehicles, and of course personnel.
A report with recommendations is expected to be presented to the Cabinet in 2 weeks, after which it will be made public. On Monday, December 16th, an early morning fire engulfed the home of MP Morris Julian in Arima. Her husband and 4 other occupants were able to escape, but the minister and 2 of her children were trapped and died in the blaze. Following the incident, the Arima fire station, located nearby, complained that they were attending to another fire at the time of the report and did not have a spare fire tender available for dispatch. One had to come from the Tunapuna fire station. Additionally, the Arima station reported that water was unavailable to help control the blaze. However, the Ministry of Public Utilities denied those claims, asserting that an ample water supply was available. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
It's the season of unforgettable, magical moments together. A song that reminds us of how our love blossomed. The warm, comforting smell of Christmas Day that brings us together. That feeling of comfort when our loved ones see the magic happening before their eyes. This Christmas, believe in magic, only at Standard.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that
are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Want to get better? Where to start? What kind of exercise to do? What to eat? How to get restful sleep? Need a doctor to search for root cause? Look no further. Come to Majuba Hill Lifestyle Center Foundation at our Wellness Center in Goodwood, or Food Hub in Darrow Springs, Scarborough, or Doctor's Office in Goodwood and Darrow Springs. Contact 49 Swift 4979 438.
Welcome back. The Tobago Constitutional Reform Bill and the Tobago Island Government Bill failed to pass in Parliament after the UNC-led opposition did not support them. Economist Dr. Vanus James, speaking on the Tobago Updates morning show, criticized the lack of public engagement and called for a wider dialogue between Trinidad and Tobago to better represent the island's interests in the nation's future. Joshua Dan tells us more.
Action of the Tobago Autonomy Bill has sparked debate across the island. Economist Dr. Vanus James believes several factors led to its failure, noting that while some see it as a political football, politics is unavoidable. He argues that politicizing the issue may be key to generating the momentum needed for real change.
You don't shape public policy without politics. I mean, you're talking about a system in which we are all entitled to weigh in, debate the issues, debate it in the parliament, debate it in the public place, and influence the process by which decisions are made. And there is no way you do that without politics.
Dr. James argued that Tobagonians have not been engaging in the discussions surrounding the bills as actively as they should. He argued that the people of Tobago must engage in these critical conversations to ensure their interests are adequately represented.
So there's this spread of this idea that politics is bad and politics is corrupt and politicians are wicked and so on. It is worth pointing out to the public that we own the country. We own Tobago. It's not the government that owns Tobago. Correct. We are the owners, and we have to talk about how we want our government to function.
James also criticized the current administration for failing to communicate effectively with Tobagonians about the bills. He stated that the THA must take greater initiative in bringing the people of Tobago together to engage in meaningful discussions. Only through this, he argued, can the administration accurately convey to Trinidad what Tobagonians truly want and ensure their voices are adequately represented.
Don't leave it up to Rowley to call Tobagonians to discuss the issue. Set up your own process and bring Tobagonians together. That has not been done, and it cannot be done as a national secret and nobody don't know what's going on.
While the Tobago Autonomy Bill intends to reflect the aspirations of Tobagonians, Dr. Vanus James emphasized that it must be part of a broader conversation between Trinidad and Tobago as they remain a unified nation.
You need to have a discussion between Tobagonians and Trinidadians, properly constructed, so we could negotiate where the country has to go and where Tobago fits into that, and what kind of government will allow the country to make progress, and what kind of government will allow Tobago to make progress.
Joshua Dan, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, although the lively songs of Parang echoed through the Scarborough market, they did little to lift the spirits of the vendors. With Christmas Day only 5 days away, most vendors are struggling to achieve the sales needed to make a profit this year. One vendor lamented that this holiday season has been the toughest they've experienced, with sales at their lowest in recent memory.
Yes, amongst all the vendors, you can see, even the store owners and everybody is complaining. You understand? No business.
In conversations with other vendors who preferred to remain off camera, many reveal they have also seen little to no sales this season.
Christmas sales has been proving to be, comparative to last year, somewhat better. So Christmas ain't done yet, Christmas Day ain't come yet, and I consider the 12 days of Christmas the Christmas selling season. So I'm going to assess it completely at the end of January. But for now, things are ticking along quite well.
Unfortunate businessman Fidel James' selection of spices has brought in steady profits. As the holiday season approaches, customers have flocked his booth, eager to purchase the essential ingredients for their Christmas baking. Despite James's success, many other vendors at the market remain hopeful that the coming week will bring an influx of customers, allowing them to make the sales they desperately need. To some other news, the impact of the Gulf Stream oil spill on the reef near Cove remains uncertain. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine acknowledged that assessing the damage would be a costly undertaking, and funds have not yet been allocated for the effort. On February 7th, the overturned barge carrying bunker fuel drifted onto the reef near Cove, causing an oil spill that contaminated 15 kilometers of coastline between Scarborough and Cano Bay. Although the vessel was removed in August, debris still litters the reef.
Right now, as we speak, we should have gone back to the wreck site with divers to do a reconnaissance and to remove elements of the wreckage that is still there lying among the reef here in Tobago. We haven't contracted that out, and that
Augustine revealed that he had hoped to secure funding to address these issues during the mid-year budget review, but the request was denied. Consequently, the health of the reef remains unassessed.
We should have commissioned a study about the impact along the 15-kilometer coastline to see if there were any critically endangered species because of the oil spill, what impact it has had on the reef systems in that area. But we can't commission that study. No money was sent for that.
Augustine further noted that funding is needed to restore beaches that lost sand during the oil removal process along the shoreline. He added that it is not feasible to finance any of these three projects from the fiscal 2025 allocation, leaving the timeline for their completion uncertain. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is next.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas and have the best Christmas ever with a Christmas Wishes loan from Bethel Credit Union.
Up to $20,000 can be yours, so you can take care of all those Christmas expenses. You could even pay off all your debts and your credit card.
Come on down to where we make wishes come through, because we see you
at BCU.
Visit any of our offices today at 31 Bethlehem Road, Bethel, Tobago, or Mount Mary Lower, Scarborough, Tobago.
You can contact us at 639-8226-660-7358 or 631-1336.
Normal lending criteria apply. Think, plan, save with Bethel Credit Union. Because we see you at BCU. We see you at BCU. Come on down, get a loan or two, cause we see you this Christmas at BCU.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With Amplia TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with Amplia's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 gigabyte fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With Amplia, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. Amplia. Do more, live more.
Are you thinking about spending Christmas in Tobago? Well, call us at Thorns Place. We are located at the hills of Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port, with rooms starting at 200 TT. Call us now at 745-7306 or 682-8676. Follow us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. Message us on WhatsApp at Thorns Place. Your Christmas in Tobago will be even more special.
Welcome to a sports report. Tonight we kick things off with the Tobago Football Association's final match for the year 2024. Marcus Daniel has the story.
Conference leaders 1976 FC Phoenix and newly crowned the FA Cup champions Leeds United faced off at the Shaw Park Recreational Ground last Tuesday in a rescheduled Tobago Football Association League fixture. Leeds started brightly, capitalizing on a sloppy defensive work by the Phoenix backline. Signal Hill secondary standout Kyle James showcases prolific scoring form, exploiting a defensive lapse to weave through and score from close range within the opening 2 minutes. Leeds had a golden opportunity to double their lead before half-time when a swift counter-attack left their forward one-on-one with the goalkeeper. However, the strikers' effort was struck directly at the Phoenix custodian in the 42nd minute. The Phoenix goalkeeper was called into action in the 61st minute again, making a crucial save from a long-range strike. Phoenix eventually found their equalizer in the 67th minute as Nigel Burnett headed home following sustained pressure. Despite threatening again in the 80th minute, Burnett missed a golden opportunity to secure a comeback win when he failed to connect in front of an open goal. The match saw no further clear-cut opportunities and ended in a 1-1 draw. The result ensured Phoenix ended the first round of the league unbeaten with 8 wins and 2 draws, securing their spot at the top of the table with 26 points, 4 more points than the second place team Stokeyville FC. Leeds United remain in 6th position. This match marked the final fixture of the year as the league now breaks for the festive season until January 5th. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Now for a look at the weather from the TNT Met office for the weekend. Tonight, generally fair despite the odd overnight shower. Temperatures will be around 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, mainly sunny and at times breezy despite 1 or 2 cloudy patches with isolated showers. Expect a fair night despite the odd shower. Daytime temperatures tomorrow will reach a high of 31 degrees Celsius, while nighttime lows will be around 25 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, mainly sunny, slightly and hazy conditions, and at times breezy daytime conditions, while overnight will be generally fair. There is a low chance of brief passing showers in some areas. Throughout the weekend, seas will be moderate, with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. A minority leader accuses the TRHA of mismanaging public funds. Secretary B. Israel has responded to those claims. A 3-man team appointed to investigate the fire that killed Morris Julian and 2 of her children. Economist says more public engagement is needed on autonomy bills, and the Scarborough market vendors complain about poor Christmas sales. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us, wishing you a great night and a great weekend.